Hey guys, it's Innocence back at it again with another Death Stranding video, and let me just say that for once after a trailer dropped, I was actually left less confused coming out than going in. We're going to be looking at the briefing trailer featuring Amelie and Heartman, two very unique characters for lack of a better word. A lot of things got confirmed in this trailer, so I'm going to point them out, but I'm also going to emphasize one thing that confused the hell out of me. So without any more blah 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 blah, let's get into the video and make sure to stick around till the end because I had a realization that I want to share with all of you guys as well. Alright, things that we learned. Number 1, Reconstructionism is the goal of bridges, and the official definition of that for those of you who might not know is a philosophy addressing all social questions in a quest to create a better society, or in this case, to bring America together again. Number 2, Amelie is the daughter of Bridget, not a younger version of her like some previous theories suggested. That would explain why they're played by the same actor, Lindsay Wagner. I saw a lot of crazy theories out there like Bridget was sent from the future, Amelie is from another universe, Amelie got time followed into oblivion and became Bridget, but turns out that's all wrong. She's just her daughter. And not to flex, but let the record state that I never once thought that they were the same person. To me, that always sounded like a reach, and lo and behold, it was. Number 3, Amelie doesn't age. Her body is on the beach, so she doesn't get to grow older, which is a pretty huge red flag when contrasting her to Heartman, but more on that in the latter half of this video. Number 4, Amelie was a part of an expedition known as Bridges 1, which sounds like it could have been the first ever operation by the Bridges company, and due to her stranded body condition, that means that the mission Bridges 1 happened at least 10 years ago and the Death Stranding long before that, since they later mentioned that traveling across the country within a caravan took 3 years, meaning that the landscape had long been ravaged by nature and the BTs even at that point in time. So unlike the Heartman trailer initially suggested, the Death Stranding likely happened somewhere in the ballpark of 15 to 30 years ago from the time that the game is set in. Number 5, BTs have territory, or I'm assuming a place where they reside and have the strongest chiral connection to the realm of the living. These territories can also successfully be avoided, which confirms one thing. Naturally, BTs cannot roam or appear wherever they want, unless the rules are bent by this guy, because why not? Number 6, as we know, Amelie's body is stranded on the beach. So what exactly is her soul using to communicate with the realm of the living? Well, my guess is some part of the chiral network, the same part that links the bridge babies to their still mothers. This part is probably being used to link Amelie's mind to some artificial body, or at the very least keeping her from becoming completely stranded. Number 7, Higgs is not the leader of the Homo demons, which actually came as a pretty big shock to me, as it is a decentralized ideology that anybody can adopt. He just so happens to be the boss of Edge Knot City, where it just so happens that the point of this Mario and Peach-like story will probably conclude. Number 8, voidouts can get ridiculously massive. If the voidouts shown here are to scale in relation to the map, then they can get large, like multiple atomic bombs large. Number 9, I was a bit confused when Sam said, "You think the suicide that took out Central Knot City was one of theirs, but it can easily be explained. This Central Knot City was most likely taken out by a massive void out, but as we've seen time and time and again, in order to trigger a void out, BTs need to consume some living achiral entity, like a human being for example. So what Sam is actually asking here in layman's terms is, do you think a member of the Homo Demon sacrificed himself to a BT to trigger the void out that destroyed Central Knot City? I hope that makes sense to anybody that might have been confused like me. And number 10, Amelie mentions that forming chiral knots with other cities are for reconnecting. I believe that these city linking chiral knots will be a gameplay mechanic, as we will be going across the United States attempting to convince as many cities to form this bond with us as possible. Forming these chiral knots will most likely mean the expansion of the chiral network, another gameplay mechanic that will likely allow us to keep the BTs at bay and expand the area of effectiveness of our bridge babies. And if that didn't make any sense, check out my video explaining the chiral network here. Now on to the things that we didn't understand / weren't explained to us, which is really only one key point if you don't count the dream catchers everyone is wearing, because those still haven't been explained to us since the reveal trailer for some odd reason. Anyways, like I mentioned earlier, the only thing that's been bothering me and made me raise an eyebrow when watching this trailer back is that Amelie says that she hasn't aged a day because her body is on the beach. But if you guys remember back to the Heartman trailer, Heartman states that my body may be present, but my soul is on the beach, which is the exact opposite of Amelie. At first I thought Heartman might have been being metaphorical when he said that, but after watching this trailer I'm not so sure. The thing is, whether on purpose or not, Heartman keeps dying, and if it isn't on purpose like his trailer suggests, then that must mean that a stranded soul cannot remain within the realm of the living for long, 21 minutes at a time to be precise. And as Amelie points out, having your body stranded on the beach means that whatever is left to you, let's say your soul, will not age. So that means two things. A, either your body or soul can get stranded on the beach, and B, for all intents and purposes, if only half of your achiral being gets stranded, so just your body or soul and not both, you'll be fine, as both Heartman and Amelie don't seem to be in any severe mental or physical distress, but I assume if both get stranded, you'll presumably end up like a BT. Well, to be specific, Heartman's soul isn't completely stranded like Amelie's body is, as it takes trips between the two worlds, but if it were completely stranded, he'd probably end up like a still mother, which is still very much better than a BT. Regardless, it's pretty interesting to see the two contrasts, because it is now obvious that having your body stranded versus having your soul stranded will translate into different effects in the realm of the living. And if you're having a hard time understanding everything I've said so far, be sure to drop by the channel and watch a couple more of my explanatory videos, because I tend to build off of my own theories a lot. So if you haven't seen any of my ideas, some of the things I've said might have made no sense, but don't worry, I'm not crazy, I promise. Well, anyways guys, I'd like to thank you, yes you, for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more Death Stranding content, as well as more gaming and tech content to come in the future. I didn't really talk about this in any other of my videos, but recently I hit 100 subscribers, and that's all thanks to you guys. I'm more than grateful, because small channels like me don't really get a lot of time to shine, so when I do get my shine time, I gotta make it worth it. And you guys have been supporting me. It's been a not that long of a journey yet, but for how long it's been, I've been shown so much love and so much support, and I really appreciate you guys who did subscribe for subscribing. I see each and every single one of you guys. I see your comments, and every time you guys do subscribe, I do notice. So just thanks for taking the time, for believing in me and what I'm trying to do on this channel, and thinking that I can succeed enough to click that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Like, I really appreciate it. So anyways, without getting all sentimental and kooky, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be back. Peace out.